Hello dear student. Today we are going to learn about subject verb agreement. Before we start subject verb agreement, we need to understand what can be called as subject and what can be called as verb. Okay, so let me explain for you people. It's very simple. Whenever we write sentence, okay, you need to write about something or someone. Okay, that something or someone is usually a noun or pronoun, and that's why we can say a noun or pronoun that the sentence talks about is the subject of the sentence. See here, any noun or pronoun that the sentence talks about is a subject of the sentence. Then you may think, so what is verb? Verb is very easy. Okay, verb is a doing word, action word, or being word. Okay, see here, a verb is a doing word or being word. Here are some examples given. See here, Mr. Singh opens the gates of his garden every morning for the children. So Mr. Singh is the noun, okay? And the sentence talks about Mr. Singh. What does Mr. Singh do? Mr. Singh opens. So opens is verb, okay? The children play in the garden from morning till evening. The sentence talks about children. So children is subject, okay? What children are doing? They play, okay? So they play, that's why the word play is action word, is verb. In next sentence, Jill has climbed the tree to pluck the fruits. So the sentence is talking about Jill, and what Jill has done, climbed. Okay, so has climbed is a verb. Jack and Tom are standing under the tree to collect the fruits. So what the sentence is talking about? The sentence is talking about Jack and Tom. That's why Jack and Tom are subject. Okay, and you have rightly guessed, are standing verb. Okay, so this subject and verb must be agree with each other. So being agree is what? They must be friendly with each other. If they are not friendly with each other, your sentence will be wrong. So you need to be very careful. It is in the very same way. Suppose if I ask you to attend the classes changing your section, so you won't be agree. You will say, sir, my friends are there in that section, so I don't want to change my section. So you are agree with your friends. That's why you are friendly with them and you are not ready to change it. So the same is here about the subject and verb. If they are not friendly, the sentence is wrong. Okay, somewhere something is wrong in the sentence, and that's why you will find you will lose the marks. Okay, so we must avoid this. So such types of mistakes shouldn't be there while we are attempting the writing skill questions. So there are certain rules. What are those rules? A basic rule is there. Okay, see here, a subject usually has number, okay, and it has person. Regarding number, we can say the subject can be either singular or plural. Regarding person, the subject can be a first person, second person, or third person. So here are the rules. A verb must agree to the subject in relation to number. It means if it is singular, verb must be singular. If the subject is plural, then verb need to be plural. And person means first person, second person, and third person. That also you need to think while writing the verb for it. Singular subject, that is third person, in bracket they have mentioned, not first person. Okay, singular subject means third person takes singular verb, and plural subject takes plural verb. This is the basic rule. There are some examples given here. Read it carefully. He sings Carnatic music. What is the subject of this sentence? He. And the pronoun he is third person singular number subject. That's why the verb sing is in singular form. Sings. You may say, sir, the verb is ending with S. Then how can we call it a singular? Yes. Whenever the verb ends with S or ES, it is considered as singular. But this is not applicable in noun. Whenever the noun ends with S, we consider it as plural. Okay. Regarding verb, this situation is different. Okay. Now see the next example. They sing Carnatic music. They is plural subject. Okay. That's why plural verb is given. Sing, and plural verb is without S. Okay. And that's why plural subject is going with plural verb. See the next example. I sing Carnatic music. I is singular subject, but you won't find singular verb given there. Why? Because I is not third person singular subject. It is first person. This rule is applicable to third person singular only, not the first person. Okay. Hope you people understood it. Now see rule number 2. Rule number 2 is very simple. Okay. See, when two singular subjects are connected using the word and, okay, singular plus singular, it will become plural. Okay. So whenever two singular subjects are connected using the word and, provide plural verb to it. See here, the farmer and his son. Farmer, singular subject. His son, singular subject. But these two singular subjects are connected using the word and. That's why singular plus singular is equal to plural. And you will see the result of it. Were going to the market. Were is the plural form of the verb. Okay. See in next example, Neha and her brother are playing. Okay. Neha is singular subject. Her brother singular subject. Singular plus singular is equal to plural. That's why plural verb is given. Are playing. Okay. So whenever two singular subjects are connected with the word and, you need to provide plural verb to it. Hope this rule is clear to you people. Then what about the next rule? Rule number 3. When two singular subjects refer to the same person, the verb is singular. I want you people to be very attentive here. Okay. Why? Sometimes you will find the connecting word and is used and two singular subjects are connected, but they won't be plural if they refer to the same person. I repeat, if they refer to the same person, they won't be plural. They will be singular only. See in this example, the actress and dancer is famous for her humanitarian work. It means we are talking about the same person, the actress. Okay, the person who is actress also and the person who is dancer also. This person is one and the same. And even though these two singular subjects are connected with the word and, they will not become plural because they refer to the same person. That's why singular verb is used here. Hope you people understood rule number 3. Now, rule number 4 is there. See here, there are some pronouns which are not a specific one or proper one. Okay, they are vague. You may categorize them as one word, as body word, as thing word. In what way you will categorize them as one word? Someone, anyone. Okay. Then think about body word. Somebody, anybody, nobody. These are body word. What about thing words? Anything, something, everything. These are thing word. Whenever the sentence begins with everyone, someone, no one, anybody, everybody, you need to provide singular verb. Okay. See in this example, everyone is present for the meeting. Is present is singular form. Okay. Somebody has done it. Again, somebody singular. That's why has. Has is the singular form. Okay. And what is the plural form? Yes, have is the plural form. You are right. Now you will find here has is given. Why has is given? Because somebody is singular. So whenever one word is there, body word is there, thing word is there, provide the singular verb to it. So up till this rule number 4, we people learn the subject verb agreement. Let's revise what we learned. We learned that the verb must be agree with the subject in respect of number and person. Okay. If the singular subject is there, singular verb required. If the plural subject is there, plural verb is required. This is the basic rule. When two singular subjects are connected using the word and, we need to provide the plural verb to it. Then we learnt about one word, body word and thing word. So one word like someone, anyone, no one. Body word, somebody, nobody. Okay. And thing word, everything, something. When such words are there, provide the singular verb. And this way we have learned till rule number 4. Remaining rules we will learn in our next period. Have a good day. Thank you.